It's Monday, March 6, 2017. I'm Jake Clutchy, and here's what's making news now. You may have noticed that posters are plastered all over campus at as Humber's student politicians campaign for positions at Ignite. An elections forum is scheduled for tomorrow at Humber's North Campus for voters to meet the candidates and hear their platforms. The forum runs from 11:30 to 1 and features candidates running for the Board of Directors, Vice President, and President. The voting period is set to be March 13th to 17th. Canada is extending its mission in Ukraine. Defense Minister Harjit Sayan and Foreign Affairs Minister Chrystia Freeland outlined this afternoon how the operation will be reorganized. Fresh troops departed recently for the Multinational Instruction Center in Ukraine. RCMP Commissioner Bob Paulson announced his retirement today, saying that he wants to focus on his family. Paulson is expected to step down on June 30th after 39 years of service, 32 being with the RCMP. He has been commissioner of the RCMP for 5 years. It's Toronto's 183rd birthday today, and the city is having a party. Celebrate Toronto is hosting an event from 6 to 10:30 tonight at Nathan Phillips Square. Head to skedline.com for Skedline reporter Joe Smith-Englehart's story on the day. Sam Osterhoff, MPP for Niagara West Glanbrook and youngest ever MPP in Ontario, is being challenged for his seat after winning last November in a by-election. Osterhoff faces a nomination battle on Tuesday against party Vice President Tony Kirk. Osterhoff told the Toronto Star he is surprised that Kirk is running, since he was his co-chair in the last election. Kirk finished fourth behind the 19-year-old in the last election. Let's head over now to Bernadette Vina for your entertainment update.
Here's what making entertainment news today. Tourism Toronto paints a different picture of the city in its latest advertisement video. The minute-long video showcases various sides of the city. Local artists collaborating together with scenes of ballet dancers and hip-hop artists on the subway and a mashup of Toronto Pride and Caribana festivals. So let's take a look. Toronto's very own independent art and music festival, Field Trip, has announced its summer lineup. Artists such as Broken Social Scene, Phoenix, A Tribe Called Red, and Feast will perform. The two-day festival will run over the weekend of June 3rd. Aside from live music, the festival showcases Toronto culinary community and a couple of local installations. Field Trip celebrates its 5th anniversary this year. Chainsmokers, Justin Timberlake, and other big names in music have been honored by iHeartRadio. Justin Timberlake's Can't Stop the Feeling won Song of the Year, and the DJ duo Chainsmokers won Dance Music of the Year and Best New Artist nominations. Adele and Justin Bieber, who won Female and Male Artist of the Year, were both absent. The show kicked off last night with Katy Perry and Bruno Mars performing. Today marks the first day of the Toronto Men's Fashion Week Fall and Winter Collection. The first show starts at 7 p.m. tonight, and the event will continue until Wednesday, showcasing the best of Toronto's men fashion designers. This year, the event is working with the KOL Hope Foundation that helps children with disabilities. Tickets are available online on Toronto's men's fashion website. There are maybe more episodes of popular Gilmore Girls. The recent 4 episodes comeback was a huge success and making fans wanting more. Netflix says it's in talks with the show's creators to bring the show back again. Actress Emma Watson has fired back at criticisms made about her Vanity Fair photo shoot. Since her role in Disney's Beauty and the Beast and her contribution to the women's rights movement, Watson's every move has been judged. The former Harry Potter star says she does not understand why people are critical. Watson insists baring her chest has nothing to do with her feminism views. Logan, with Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine, tore up the box office this weekend. The action movie earned a total of $2,037.9 million. Jordan Peele's debut movie Get Out made a total of $76 million since its open, compared to its $4.5 million budget. Get Out falls under the genre thriller comedy, which makes it the first for its kind. The Shack joins the box office list at number 3, earning $16 million over the weekend on their first week of show. My name is Bernadette Fina. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Bernadette, for that entertainment update. Now let's head over to Cabrina Robinson to find out what's happening in the world of sports.
Hi, I'm Cabrina Robinson. Here's what's making news in the sports world today. The Humber Hawks women basketball team have won its 3rd consecutive OCAA championship after defeating the Mohawk Mountaineers on Saturday. The OCAA All-Star Elena Domingo scored 25 points and grabbed 16 rebounds Saturday night to lead the Hawks in a 76-40 victory over Mohawk. The Humber-Mohawk matchup was the first time in history of the tournament that the same teams played in the final for 3 consecutive years. The Mountaineers started off with an early lead of 16-4, but the Hawks took over after 10 minutes of play, leading at 14-16, ending the first half. The Hawks will defend their national crown March 16-18 at the CCAA Championship in Edmonton, Alberta. The Montreal Canadiens have won the Clarkson Cup. The Cup is a championship series of the Canadian Women's Hockey League. The women's hockey team celebrated its 3-1 victory over the Calgary Inferno yesterday in Ottawa. The team made it to yesterday's final with a 2-game sweep of the Brampton Thunder in the semifinals. Captain Marie-Philippe Poulin scored 2 of the 3 goals, while Katia Clement Hydra scored the 3rd goal. The win is a major comeback for the women's hockey team after the Inferno earned a 8-3 win in last year's Clarkson Cup. The title was a 4th for Montreal in the 9 years the Clarkson Cup has been held and the team's first championship since 2012. 2 Canadian teams were in action last night, with the Vancouver Canucks and Calgary Flames both coming out with important victories in their hunt for a playoff spot. The 6th place Flames beat the Islanders 5-2 last night in Calgary, with star forward Sean Manahan adding the goal and 1 assist. The playoff-chasing Canucks helped their cause by beating a strong Anaheim Ducks 2-1. Backup goaltender Richard Batman turned away 43 shots in his first start since October 30, 2015. For tonight, the Ottawa Senators have an important matchup against the Boston Bruins, and the Winnipeg Jets take on the San Jose Sharks. Toronto FC kickstarted the season with a draw against host Real Salt Lake on Saturday in their Major League Soccer opener. Sebastian Giovinco had 2 shots on net, including a penalty kick. Salt Lake's Alberta Rusnak took 2 shots, and Toronto's Victor Vasquez played 29 minutes in their MLS debuts. Clint Irwin stopped 3 shots from Toronto. The Canadian team lost 4-3 on penalty kicks to the Seattle Sounders FC in last season's MLS Cup. The game saw strong tackles from both sides and 7 yellow cards issued, while neither team was able to find the winner, and both walked away with a point. Tyrone Woodley defended his UFC welterweight title, beating Stephen Thompson by majority decision on Saturday night in Las Vegas. This fight was a rematch of a 170-pound title fight in November, which ended in a draw. The 5-round match held inside T-Mobile Arena played out to be slow after the first 2 rounds produced almost no action, which had the crowd growing restless early. It all came down to the final minute when Woodley knocked Thompson down with punches along the fence. Thompson managed to get back up, but Woodley remained dominant, which led him to keeping the belt in his possession. Woodley said after the game that he was extremely nervous about the scores and admitted that Stephen Thompson did a great job keeping space. A huge brawl kicked off at a mixed martial arts event after a spectator stormed the ring and attacked one of the competitors. 2 men were left in hospital after the brutal incident in the Black East Center in Liverpool's Chinatown yesterday evening. There were no arrests. Reports indicated that at least 20 people were involved and that bottles had been thrown. Clips captured by fans show spectators using metal barrier stands as weapons and a man being kicked in the head during a violent crash. Police are now investigating the incident for further information. John Ross's performance in the 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine this weekend earned him a 4.22 record-setting time, but lost him an island. The Washington wide receiver could have won his own piece of paradise from Adidas if he had followed the rules of the promotional offer. The footwear company announced last month that it would offer an island to anyone who could break Chris Johnson's 2008 40-yard dash time of 4.24 seconds. The catch was that the player had to be wearing Adidas cleats and agreed to an endorsement deal with the company before the start of the upcoming NFL season. Ross responded to this loss saying, "Well, I can't swim that well, and I don't have a boat." Though he lost his chance of owning an island, he did walk away with an endorsement deal from Nike after signing a deal with the company ahead of the Combine. And that's your sports news for today. Thanks for watching.
The United States Supreme Court has sent a case on transgender rights back to lower court after the Trump administration rescinded the transgender youth policy. The case is founded on transgender teen Gavin Grimm's request to be able to use the boys' bathroom at a Virginia high school. Trump has signed yet another executive order, a new travel ban targeting 6 Muslim-majority countries. This will place a 90-day ban on citizens from Iran, Libya, Syria, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. Iraq is now exempt from the ban because of the new vetting procedures it has undertaken. The order will have an implementation delay to allow for a smoother transition than last time. The last travel ban ordered by Trump on January 27th was overturned by the Supreme Court. In other Trump news, the U.S. president has accused former President Barack Obama of wiretapping him nearing the end of the election. Trump hasn't yet provided evidence to support the accusation. In a series of tweets on Saturday, Trump said, "How low has President Obama gone to tap my phones during the election process? This is Nixon and Watergate." FBI Director James Comey asked the Justice Department to reject Trump's wiretapping claim because it is false. The Trump administration is set to unveil one of its big election promises this week, a plan to repeal and replace Obamacare. Republicans have been in talks since January, but have differed on the specifics, which has slowed the process. Republicans have called Obamacare government overreach and were strongly against it when it was passed in 2010. A Republican congressional aide stated progress in phone calls and meetings since Friday involving House of Representatives Speaker Paul Ryan and others. Speaking on the condition of anonymity, the aide said, "We are in a very good place right now." Let's take a look at your weather for today. Kaylee Annette has this.
Thank you. Before moving into Toronto's weather forecast, let's take a look at the weather affecting Manitoba. There's a low pressure system moving from northern Montana into Manitoba, bringing a late winter blizzard. Heavy snowfall is expected through Monday and lasting until Tuesday evening. The snow is an estimated 10 to 60 centimeters, with the possibility of more snow in the northern area of the province. Due to the blizzard conditions, Environment Canada is advising caution when traveling within the province, and the City of Winnipeg has alerted the citizens to become prepared for the storm. Moving back to Toronto, today is mainly cloudy with winds coming from the east and a high of 7 with a low of 2. Looking at the 5-day forecast, Tuesday we can expect some rain with a high of 11 and a low of 0. Wednesday there will be a mix of rain and flurries with possible sunny periods. The high will be 4 degrees and the low will be -3. On Thursday there will be a chance of flurries and a high of -1 and a low of -3. For the weekend, Friday will be a mix of sun and a chance of flurries with a high of 1 and a low of -12. Saturday, we'll be looking at a mix of sun and cloud and a high of -1 and a low of -5.
Thanks, Kaylee. 16 farm workers have been killed, as well as 35 injured after a bus drove off a highway and plunged into a river east of Panama City. Seriously injured victims were transported by helicopter to several different hospitals. The farmers were en route to a plantation to pick fruit when the bus driver lost control. North Korea has fired off more missiles. After 4 medium-range missiles landed in the sea off northwest Japan, the U.S. military says that there may be more. Navy Captain Jeff Davis, a Pentagon spokesman, told a news briefing there were 4 that landed, There may be a higher number of launches that we're not commenting on, but 4 landed and splashed in the Sea of Japan. Davis confirmed that there was no intercontinental ballistic missile launch attempt. That's all your news from Skedline for today. I'm Jake Clutchy, and thanks for watching.